What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in today's video I'll be giving you a preview for the Spain versus Costa Rica fixture. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Spain versus Costa Rica will be played on November 23rd at the Altumama Stadium. The teams are joining Group E alongside Germany and Japan. First things first, let's talk about how each team qualified for the 2022 World Cup. For La Roja, they qualified by topping Group B of UEFA's World Cup qualifiers after Sweden relinquished their stronghold on the group. And trust me, you want to avoid the playoffs by any means necessary. For Los Ticos, they placed fourth in CONCACAF's World Cup qualifying octagonal after a late resurgence. This meant they had to play New Zealand in the Intercontinental Playoff Final, a match Costa Rica won a goal to nil. The 1982 and 2010 champ Spain are back for their 16th World Cup appearance. Currently under head coach Luis Enrique, the former Barcelona and Real Madrid man will look to the big things with this very young and exciting team. How far could this side go? Man, sky's the limit. For Los Ticos, they're currently led by Luis Fernando Suarez, who's been in charge since 2021. He is tasked with attempting to repeat or better Costa Rica's quarterfinal run in 2014. With a side that possessed a ton load of experience, would they withstand the test or be put to the sword? Legend Appreciation Post. For Spain, Andres Iniesta. Capped 131 times by Spain in an international career spanning 12 years, Andres Iniesta goes down in history as the man who scored Spain's World Cup winning goal in 2010. And he's still actively playing for Vissel Kobe over in Japan. For Costa Rica, Paulo Wancho. The former Derby County and Man City striker represented the Ticos from 1996 to 2008. He earned 73 caps, scoring 45 times, and he played at the 2002 and 2006 World Cups and also went on to manage the national team. Head-to-head, Spain versus Costa Rica. The teams have met each other 3 times, with Spain winning twice and the other game ending in a draw. The last meeting was an international friendly in 2017 where Spain won 5 goals to nil. Let's talk a bit about the form for both teams coming into the 2022 World Cup. So guys, let's start with Spain. All right, so Spain play Germany in their next game, followed by the last match against Japan. They played a friendly against Jordan, beat them 3-1, 1-0 against Portugal in the Nations League back in September. Let's take a look at the Nations League performances. All right, let's just scroll up a bit. And in the group, they actually went on to top the group. So that means Spain would be in the final for the next edition of the final of the Nations League. Portugal came in second, Switzerland third, and the Czech Republic relegated. So kudos to Spain. Very good, very good. So we go back down. We go back down here. Look, 2-1 loss to Switzerland. That was actually in their group. That's the only loss for a while. So it's fair to say that Spain are coming into the World Cup in very, very good form. If you go back to the friendlies there, Albania 2-1, 5-0 against Iceland. Not the strongest of teams, but still, Costa Rica themselves are not the strongest of teams, right? So 1-1 versus Portugal, 2-2 versus the Czech Republic. Beat Switzerland, beat Czech Republic there. So they're in good form, I have to say. They are in good nick. The only question is Spain's goal scoring form. Who's going to score the goals for Spain? Look, someone's going to have to put their hand up. Alvaro Morata, maybe? Let's see. So let's start Costa Rica. Their next game will be against Japan. That's a massive game. And last against Germany. So they just beat Nigeria 2-0, beat Uzbekistan 2-1, a 2-2 draw against South Korea, 1-0 against New Zealand in the final there, the Inter-Confederation playoffs to make the World Cup, defeated Martinique 2-0 in the Nations League, lost to Panama, defeated the USA there in World Cup qualifying at home. They're very good at home. Defeated El Salvador, Canada. They actually defeated at home, you see. Went to Jamaica and roast them blood clot. A 0-0 draw against Mexico, 1-0 win against Panama. So it's fair to say that Costa Rica coming into the World Cup in pretty good form, man. The only loss there against Panama. So look out for the Ticos. Could we be seeing a run like they did in 2014? It's left to be seen. We move. Players to watch for both Spain and Costa Rica. All right, so I want to do this a little different, right? Because since there's so many young guns in this team, I want to identify these young players because I want to take a look at all of them, right? Look, we go down. Eric Garcia. He's a disaster waiting to happen. Just remember I told you that. Pau Torres, He's 25 years old, so he does not come into play right now. But Eric Garcia, Alejandro Balde, two young guns in the defense, Guillamon as well. So a lot of youngsters picked by Luis Enrique. He's choosing youth. Let's go into the midfield. Gavi, Pedri, 19, 18. These are the go-to men. These are his go-to men right now. Gavi and Pedri, they're going to need to come good. Let's go down. In the forwards, Ferran Torres, former Man City player, former Atletico Madrid man now playing for Barcelona. Jeremy Pino, explosive. Nico Williams of Athletic Bilbao, explosive. Ansu Fati, explosive as well. So the young players are going to need to come good. We're going to be seeing a lot of them in the starting 11. That's the route Luis Enrique have been taking. There's also a lot of experience in the team, right? And when you talk experience, before we do talk about experience, first and foremost, Unai Simon is now the #1 goalkeeper. The Atletico Bilbao man, you know, solid performances at the Euros. He did make a terrible mistake, but his backups are Premier League goalkeepers David Raya and Robert Sanchez. So, look, no David De Gea these days, you know what I'm saying? But Unai Simon, he's going to need to be good. Look, Aspilicueta with the experience, right? Jody Alba with the experience, Danny Carvajal, and Emerick Laporte, defensive mainstay. A lot of experience mixed with youth. But I think we're going to be seeing a lot of these youth players for the energy levels and everything, but there has to be a healthy balance. Sergio Busquets, is he going to start? Koke, are we going to see him? Rodri, I think Rodri should be in the starting 11. Big up to my Man City player. Spain looks good, you know. But I did predict Spain to get knocked out in the group phase. They would have to prove me wrong. Look, Alvaro Morata is going to be starting games. He's going to have to come very, very good. Let's move, man. For Costa Rica, there's a similar situation. Keylor Navas is the rock, the anchor of this team. The whole team, and the defense. Once he's there, they're going to be very difficult to score on. I'm telling you this. Pulled off some big saves. He played a long time in Spain. And this is Costa Rica versus Spain. You're talking about a country that colonized Costa Rica. They speak Spanish. You see what I mean? So this is a big, big game. This is like a derby. Look, we move down. A lot of experience in this team. Oscar Duarte, 33. We go down. Francisco Calvo, 30. Brian Oviedo, 32. Kendall Waston, 34. These guys been around for some time. You see what I mean? These guys have been around the block. And they got the experience they need if they are to navigate through this group. We go down. The midfield, there's Celso Bojes, very experienced. There's Brian Ruiz. Big up to Brian Ruiz. 37 years old, one of the oldest players at the World Cup right now. But one of the players that we're going to have to keep an eye on is Jewison Bennett. There's not a lot of youth in this team, just a handful, but he is one of the most standout youth players in this team. We're going to move down. Rowan Wilson. I don't know the player very well, but he's 20 years old. He's one to watch. In the forward positions, Joel Campbell. He doesn't have the stamina he had in 2014, but he's still effective. Could Costa Rica surprise? We will have to wait and see. Fun facts. Did you know that Spain played Tahiti in the 2013 FIFA Confederations Cup and defeated the OFC nation 10-0? They also defeated New Zealand 5-0 at the 2009 FIFA Confederations Cup. No love for the OFC, you see. None at all. I bet you didn't know that. For Costa Rica, they was the first and remained the only Central American football team to win a game at the FIFA World Cup tournament. Way to go, Ticos. Now, guys, it's time for my prediction. Who's going to win this game? Are we going to see a draw? What do I have up my sleeve? Spain, Costa Rica. Spain should win this game, right? I don't think Costa Rica are going to lay down and take a beating. There's been 2 games so far by CONCACAF nations, 2 draws, Mexico and the USA. Could Costa Rica pick up a point as well? Or are they going to be left behind without any? Could they get all 3? Remember what Costa Rica did at the 2014 World Cup? They surprised, they stunned. And this is a difficult group. Could they do it again? Luis Fernando Suarez is going to need to get his 11 right. They have to get the 11 right. Costa Rica was actually criticized for being a bit too old And we saw young teams like Canada and the USA just outrun them and outplay them. They're very good at home, but on the road, a bit suspect. They're going to have to be clinical with whatever opportunities they get. The few. They're going to be the team on the back foot. They're going to be the team chasing the game without the ball. Spain, they love possession. They love to pass the ball around. They have some energetic, exuberant players in their team. Youth, skillful, technically gifted. They are the favorites for this game. I am predicting Spain not to get out the group, but it's just, who am I, right? It's just my prediction. They could indeed get out of this group, along with Germany, who I'm predicting. But Japan and Costa Rica could say, what's up? They could throw a wrench in the plans of both Spain and Germany and knock out one of these big guns. We're going to see a few big teams get knocked out. We are going to see a few big teams get knocked out. Is it going to be Spain? Is it going to be Germany? Argentina? Who knows? This might be the only game that Spain wins. I'm going to predict a 2-0 win for Spain. I think there will be a little bit too much for Costa Rica. Keylor Navas will be a busy man. He'll make a few saves, but ultimately Spain would prevail. Spain going to have to prove me wrong. And so, Costa Rica. I love my CONCACAF nation, but I don't think they have enough in the tank to beat this Spain team. Maybe tomorrow, I have something else to say. But I'm going for Spain 2, Costa Rica 0. Question of the day. Who do you think should host the 2030 World Cup? Leave your suggestions down below. So guys, thanks for tuning in to yet another one. My preview / prediction for Spain versus Costa Rica. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go and check out all the other awesome content I have on the channel. Like the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Yeah, baby. Yeah.